Hey everyone, this is Mike. I'm here in Tokyo. I'm staying at the Tokyo Inn hotel that's behind me. It's a nice, decent business hotel. I'm going to stay here for several nights. Well, what is interesting, and I wanted to do a little video about that, is that all business hotels and regular hotels too, but they're very strict about not checking in early. In this case, it's you cannot check in until 3 p.m. Which, it's a rule and it's understandable, but no matter what, no matter if the room is ready or anything, they will not break the rule. And so if you do come to Japan and you stay in of course you're going to stay in a hotel, please remember that when they say 3 o'clock, unless you're some famous rock star, I guess, but almost every hotel, especially business hotels, will not let you check in before their stated time. And this rule goes back to the F word. The F word meaning fair. In Japan, it all has to be fair, because I think their biggest worry is that, like, if they let me, check in early, then other guests might come and say, "Oh, how come he can go? What about me?" And it would create some kind of chaos. But the reverse side of that is when I fly into Thailand, sometimes Vietnam, Taiwan, a lot of times they'll let me check in early if the room is ready. They'll check, and if it's not, they'll just say, "I'm sorry, it's not ready. You have to check in at a certain time." But I think that's a better way, because then the guests themselves, they're not hanging around the lobby or keep coming to ask you. They will, they'll be gone and they'll be off on their way. Basically, you want to get them out of your hair, And so there's two sides to that. I'm not saying one is right or one is wrong, but I know in Japan, it's this F word about fair is so strict at the hotels, especially business hotels, I had a friend, Carrie Ann. She had a really funny story. She was staying at a hotel. I don't know if it was a business hotel or a regular hotel, but they had that same check-in rule. You can't check in anything. I think it was until 2 o'clock. And surprisingly, she asked anyway. And surprisingly, the lady that was the front desk, older lady, said, "Oh yeah, if you wait 90 minutes, she was there about 11 a.m. If you wait an hour and a half, 90 minutes, you can check in." So Karen said, "Oh, that's great." So she said, "I'm going to do some work." So she took her laptop out, started working in the lobby, was waiting for the 90 minutes. After about a little over an hour, somebody came by and asked her, do you need some help? She goes, "No, I'm just waiting for the room. The other person had told me I could check in at, in 90 minutes. And it's almost that time." And then that person made this face like, eh? And then she came to tell Carrie Ann that, "No, you cannot. The rule is 2 o'clock. And Carrie Ann said, "But the lady told me, and that's why I'm waiting here. If she told me I couldn't check in, I would have gone out. So I've already waited, like an hour and 20 minutes. So, your hotel should be responsible." And it went on and on, back and forth. Then they called out this guy. I guess he spoke some English, so he came out. I think Carrie Ann probably did it in Japanese to make sure that, that he got the message. So he says, "We take responsibility." But he wouldn't let her stay in the room. She tells the story much better. But basically, he said, "Yes, we were wrong. We take responsibility." The end of the story. There wasn't any kind of result as far as they would let Carrie Ann stay later, check in earlier, or they would help her, or anything. There was nothing offered. It was just said, "Yes, we are responsible," which doesn't do anything for Carrie Ann or anybody, right? Just taking responsibility but not taking any action really doesn't help. So anyway, then Carrie Ann doesn't get mad, but she got kind of upset this time, and she called for the manager. So when she got the manager, was an older lady. She was I think it was the managing director or the CEO. She came out. Karen explained her story, and this lady then took care of it, and Karen was able to check in. So the moral of the story here is that normally, 99.9% of the time, if they say checkout time is 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, check-in time is 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, they are serious, and they will not budge for almost anything. I tried again today 3 different times, you know. I even helped them rewrite their English sign, thinking that might give me a couple bonus points. I said, oh, your English sign is really strange. You need to have that rewritten. So I rewrote it for them. That's not why I was doing it, but and then after I said, you know, you take your chicken at 2 instead of 3, you know, because I'm trying to get my stuff into my room before I go to work. No. So I'm not saying that that's bad or good. I'm just saying it's different of what, you know, again, our cultural baggage or what we bring with us, you know. And of course, the way we think, and you know, being American, I think, oh, this is just about results and doing it in the most quick and efficient way. The room's ready. Oh, I go up. I'm done. I'm checked in. I'm happy. I'm out of their hair, and you know, I don't have to keep coming back, or they don't have to store my bags. For example, when people come in, they let you check in and pay, but they don't give you the key and let you go to the room until after 3 o'clock, which means they have to store your bags and they have to deal with you again when you come back. So yeah, I think maybe it's an American way of thinking, is that get the guest out of your hair if the room is ready. And if the guest's room is not ready, you just say, I'm sorry, it's not ready. And if they complain, say, well, check-in is at 3 o'clock, but sometimes the rooms are open and we cannot request the rooms to be clean. It just happens how the maids do it, or something, you know, to that effect. So anyway, remember, 3 o'clock is 3 o'clock in Japan, because that's the rule, and you don't want to break any of the rules in Japan. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Anyway, this is Mike from Tokyo. Until next time,
we're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over